Alrighty, so let's go ahead and come to the top of our mat. You're gonna see me face you. Go ahead and come to the top of your mat, and you can sit with the legs crossed. If this is really uncomfortable, you can straighten the legs. It's completely up to you. If you have that pillow that I asked you to grab your pillow and just have it close by. I love pillows. Take a moment here to just feel the parts of your body that are touching the earth. You can bring the fingertips down by your sides. And just kind of take your hips left to right. Feel, if you're on a pillow, feel your sits bones in the pillow. If you're on the ground, feel that connection. Feel the outsides of the feet touching the floor. Eyes are closed. Feel the shoulders relax away from the ears. Feel the belly button start to pull in toward the spine just slightly. Keep the belly soft. Take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose. Open your mouth side out. Deep cleansing breath in. Cleansing sigh out. Deep inhale. Big exhale. Deep breath in. One more big sigh out. Now softly bring the lips together. Start to breathe in and out of your nose and just allow yourself to breathe in and out without a lot of restriction. So soft, long breath in and soft, long breath out of your nose. With every exhale, feel yourself let go of something. And with every inhale, let whatever you're carrying come to the surface. So your breath in brings something to the surface. Your breath out lets something go. Keep breathing. In through your nose. Out through your nose. In through your nose. Out through your nose. Take this moment in your mind to set an intention for this practice. So an intention is a word or phrase that will help to keep you grounded on your mat during this time. So it's completely up to you what that intention is. It could be something that you need right now. The biggest focus of this full moon is desire. So maybe you consider what it is that you desire in your life right now. Deep cleansing breaths in. Deep cleansing sigh out. Take about 4 more breaths here in stillness. One more full breath in. And full breath out. Gently just open your eyes just a little bit, just enough for you to switch the cross of your legs. So if the left was in front, bring the right to the front. Let yourself get settled back in, and then bring your hands to your knees, palms facing down. And you can keep your eyes closed the whole time. If you feel like you want to open them, feel free to open them. On your inhale, I want you to draw your heart forward and lift your chin, breathing in for a seated cow. And then exhale, tuck your chin and round your spine all the way back. Straighten your arms. Inhale, seated cow pose. Press the belly forward, lift the chin up. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine back. Move through that about 6 more times. And allow yourself to find any other little movements that feel good between these two. So if you want to spiral the chest, you can. Take 3 more breaths. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Slowly come back to neutral. And we're gonna go ahead and stand up. So I'm gonna invite you to move the pillow out of the way. Just keep it close by. If you have a block, you can bring the block to the top of the mat in front of the toes. If you don't, it's perfectly okay. So come to stand at the top of your mat. Find hip distance between your feet. Hip distance is 2 fists between the arches of the feet. So find that hip distance and then just stand there for a moment. Soft bend in the knees. Notice that you kind of sway left to right. And then ground through the pinky toes and ground through the big toes. Soft bend in your knees. And then tuck your pelvis forward with intention, just a little bit. Relax the shoulders away from the ears and spread the fingers wide. Close your eyes right here and feel the foundation of the earth underneath your feet. Feel your head held by the air around it. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep sigh out of the nose. Next inhale, reach your arms all the way up toward the sky. And then on your exhale, bend your knees and bow all the way forward. Come into a forward fold. Now, if you're using that block, your hands can go on the block. If you don't want to use the block, that's perfectly okay. Your hands can go to the floor. Notice your knees. Make sure there's a soft bend in your knees. Relax your head and neck down toward the ground. And just really breathe here. As you breathe in, feel your belly rise and fill up. And as you breathe out, feel your heart relax toward your knees. Take about 4 more breaths here. Finding stillness first. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Keeping that soft bend in the knees and the connection between the torso and the thighs, grab opposite elbows. Keep relaxing through your head and neck. Find a little sway left to right. Definitely close your eyes here if you'd like. Tap into the sensations that you feel in your body. Breathe. Three more breaths. Final breath in. Final breath out. Slowly release your arms. If you're using that block, you can take it on its vertical setting, the lowest setting like a shoebox. If not, you can just bring your left hand onto the ground, and then I want you to heel toe your feet apart so they're as wide as your mat. Keep your left hand down, reach your right arm all the way up. So you're gonna notice that your hips are gonna shift to the right. I want you to shift your hips back to the left. And you're gonna feel that twist come into the torso. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Slowly bring your right hand down. Right hand stays down. Left arm lifts up toward the sky. Notice that my hips shifted all the way to the left. I want you to shift them back to the right. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Big inhale and big exhale. Slowly bring your left hand back down. Right hand comes back up. Keep the hips pointing to the left. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Right hand down. Left arm up. Keep shifting the hips to the right. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more round. Left hand down. Right arm up. Inhale. And exhale. Right hand down. Left arm up. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Release both hands down. Relax your head and neck down. Relax your hands down. Keep a soft bend in your knees. Continue to breathe. One more deep breath in and deep breath out. Slowly release the block. Come on to hands and knees. And just take a moment to notice the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And then close your eyes and find some free movement here. So you can push the hips left to right. If you want to take cat-cows, you can. If you want to spiral through the core, you can. I want you to take 7 breaths, eyes closed. Tap into whatever sensations you feel and breathe. Two more breaths. Final breath in. Final breath out. Slowly come back to neutral. And we're going to take extended puppy pose. So your knees are going to stay underneath your hips. You're going to walk your hands forward and melt your heart down toward the ground. Forehead comes down to the ground. And you just relax the heart toward the earth here. Continue to breathe. Take about 7 breaths here. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Slowly walk your hands back. Lift yourself back up. And then you'll extend your legs forward and come onto your back. Go ahead and grab that pillow once more. You can use the pillow or not use it, it's up to you. Take it to your right hip. And then lay on back. Draw your knees into your chest. And extend your legs up toward the sky. Just start to circle out your ankles. Switch directions, continue to breathe. And then bring both your knees into your chest. Bring your hands to your shins. Take a deep breath in. On your breath out, squeeze your knees in closer. And then start to softly rock left to right. So really feeling release of the low back here, combination of gravity and the weight of your lower body. Two more breaths here. Slowly come back to center, and you're going to bring the pillow really close to the right hip and then take a kind of a fist space between the hip and the pillow. Bring your feet down to the ground. Lift your hips up just an inch off the mat. Take them over to the left and then release them back down. Take your arms out to a T, palms facing down. Draw your knees back in. Take a deep breath in. Breath out, bring both knees onto the pillow. So take a moment to comfortably arrange the pillow underneath your knees. And then I want you to look up toward the sky and close your eyes. Tapping into the sensations in your neck, slowly start to turn your head to the left. Only go as far as is comfortable for you, and then stay right there. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. So you're gonna be here for 1 full minute. I want you to close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Notice the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe. Notice where you feel sensations, where you feel tight, where you feel open. Think about the connection between the earth and your shoulders. Can you melt into that connection a little bit more? Take your awareness to the connection between the earth and your arms. Melt into that connection. The sensation of your right hip connected to earth. The sensation of your knees supported by the pillow. Relax into that connection. Breathe. Three more slow deep breaths. Final breath in. Final breath out. Slowly come back to neutral. Release your feet down. Lift your hips up, bring them back to the center. And then I want you to just stay right here for a moment. Feel the low back on the ground. Maybe you feel a difference in the left hip and the right hip. Full breath in. Full sigh out. One more big inhale. Big exhale. And then slowly take the pillow over to the other side. So you're just flipping it to your left side. Press into your feet, take them over to the right. Press into your feet, lift your hips, take them to the right. Lower them back down, and then bring your knees into your chest, and then take them over to the left. Setting yourself up for comfort on the pillow. So in restorative yoga, the idea is for you to stay in the posture in a passive way where we're not invoking any type of strengthening or not even necessarily stretching. You're just holding and breathing into the soft sensations that are happening in your body. So close your eyes, look up at the sky, close the eyes down, and then slowly turn your head to the right, only as much as it feels right for you. And then breathe right here. Breathe into those connections to the earth, through the shoulders, the arms, the hip, the knees. Breathe. Notice where you feel sensation. This twist represents a literal wringing out of what happens in our midsection. Lots of trauma and energy are held in our midsection, especially as females. So when we twist, we are literally wringing out some of that energy. Take 5 more slow deep breaths here. Slowly bring your knees back to center. Bring the soul to the mat. Press into the side out. Take a few breaths to notice the sensation here. One more cleansing breath in. Cleansing breath out. We'll come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So go ahead and bring your feet together like a book and your knees apart. So this is a really kind of a deep hip opener that really relies on gravity to go a little deeper. So if you have really tight hips, I would say to take your heels a little farther away, make your diamond a little bigger. That's typically what I do because I have sciatica. So if you have like back issues or spine issues or in your hips, maybe take your heels a little farther away. If your hips are nice and open or this is a comfortable position for you, bring your heels in closer. So taking a moment to make that decision and then relaxing your arms away from you. Let the palms face up this time. And then close your eyes back down. Notice the sensations in the groin area when you just let the knees relax here. And breathe. Deep breath in. Cleansing sigh out. Big inhale. Big exhale. We'll be here for quite a few breaths. I want you to really melt into the earth. Notice how the upper back and the lower back feel. And notice where you're holding tension. Wherever you are holding tension, can you soften there? Can you send your breath to those tight spaces? And while that may sound strange, it just means that you're going to think about imagining that your breath is going to go to that area and help it to relax a little bit more. So when you breathe in, you bring your awareness to that area. And when you breathe out, you help to soften there. Take about 5 more breaths here. One more full cleansing breath in. Full cleansing sigh out. And now you're going to take your hands to your thighs and massage your quads. So just allowing yourself to massage out any tension that's happening. You can even take your fist and just lightly pound the outsides of your thighs to release tension. Self-massage, Thai massage can be really useful in full moon practices. So take just a few moments to just move your fingers around in whatever way would feel right for you. 3 more breaths. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Take your hands to the outsides of your thighs and slowly bring them back. Bring your knees back together. And then I want you to walk your feet all the way out to the outer edges of the mat. Your feet are still, your knees are still touching. Bring your heels a little closer to your hips and keep the outer edges of the feet on the outer edges of the mat. And stay right here. This time bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Deep breath in through your nose. Big sigh out of your mouth. Cleansing breath in, cleansing sigh out. Notice the sensations in your hips as you hold this pose, creating balance in our hips. Take one more deep breath in and deep breath out. Keeping the feet as they are, so the feet stay on the outer edges of the mat. Separate your knees, and then start to windshield wiper the knees left to right, nice and slow. Just to continue creating balanced energy in the hips. Three more slow cleansing breaths. The next time your knees go to the right, let them stay there. Take 5 breaths here. Cleansing breath in, cleansing sigh out. Slowly let the knees come to the left or whichever side you didn't do. 5 breaths here. Final breath in. Final breath out. Slowly come back to neutral. Bring your knees into your chest. Roll onto your right side. Rest your head on your right arm. Come into the fetal position for just a moment. Deep breath in. Cleansing sigh out. One more full inhale. Full exhale. Very gently press yourself up. And you're going to bring your right knee forward. So your right leg is going to come forward. Your shin's going to come in line with the top of the mat. We're coming into pigeon. So your right knee comes forward. You're going to take your left leg back, tuck your left toes, and lift your right glute. So you can take that block or that pillow and place it underneath your right glute if you need a little bit more assistance staying lifted. Because typically we want to do this, and this is not the pose. So you want to keep that right hip lifted, slide that block under there, and if you need it, take a deep breath and lift your chest all the way up. Relax the top of the back foot. The shoelace part of the foot is on the mat, and slowly lower all the way down. So when I say all the way down, you can come onto your forearms if you choose, or you can come all the way down onto your chest or onto your arms. I want you to find a position that you're able to hold here, mostly because we'll be here for a little while. So if at any point this becomes like unbearable, then you can walk your hands back and tuck your back toes and bring the knee forward a little so that you're a little bit more supported. Otherwise, try to stay here. So this is not a restorative pose. However, you guys said hips, and this is one of the deepest hip poses. So I want you to breathe here. Close your eyes. And this is gonna sound strange, but I want you to imagine that there's a red light in your pelvis. So there's a little ball of red light, and this red light is gonna represent your root chakra. The root chakra is the energy point that relies on home stability and foundation. And when during full moons, it's really important to find just a lot of blooming and stability in the root chakra. So I want you to imagine that that light is getting bigger and bigger, and that it's getting brighter and brighter. Notice the shade of red that you chose in your mind. Just notice. And continue to breathe into that red light. Continue to relax the breath. And as you allow that red light to bloom, I want you to notice where you feel tension in your body while you're holding this pose. Most likely it's in your right hip. It could be in your knee area. Can you do that same little mental exercise to send your breath to your hip? Just thinking about the soft rhythm of the breath, creating a little bit of release in that right hip. Take about 5 more breaths here. One more full breath in. Full breath out. Start to walk your hands back. Lift your chest back up. If you use a block, go ahead and remove it. And then lower your right glute down. Take your left leg forward and then take your right leg forward. And just straighten the legs in front of you. Take your fists and kind of start to release tension from the right hip. And then I want you to notice the difference in your legs. Maybe there's a little more sensation in the right side. Go ahead and bring your hands to your thighs, the palms down. Maybe there's a little bit of release in the right side. Maybe you just notice the tightness in the left side. It just depends on where your perception is. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. One more big inhale. Big exhale. Go ahead and open your eyes. Bend your left leg. Take your right leg back. Tuck your right toes and lift your left glute. So same thing, just coming to the other side. You can take that block underneath your left glute if you need it. And then relax the top of the back foot. So what I notice is that sometimes our heel tends to just kind of splay out to the side. I want you to keep your heel pointing toward the sky on the back leg. And then very slowly, when you're ready, bring the forearms down. And then maybe bring your head down if you choose. So same thing on this side. Think about that bright red light. Think about it growing brighter and blooming. Maybe your light is represented by a rose. Mine is. Continue to breathe here, taking your awareness to where the tension lies. Notice your inner dialogue. What are you thinking? Notice what you're saying to yourself, because our inner dialogue is actually our most private practice. It's one of the practices that is probably the most difficult as well, because sometimes we don't talk very kindly to ourselves. So take a moment to just notice what you're saying in your mind and see if you can shift your perception to something that's a little more kind, a little more compassionate. You have about 5 more breaths here. One more cleansing breath in and cleansing breath out. Slowly walk your hands back. Lift your chest back up. Remove your block and lower your left glute down. Right leg extends forward. Left leg extends forward. Take a moment here, flex the toes toward the face. Shake the legs out. Maybe you use the fist to just kind of massage out the tension. And then notice the sensations in your legs. Bringing the hands onto the knees once again. Closing your eyes, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more inhale. Big exhale. You're gonna grab that pillow and you're gonna place it underneath. And then you're gonna lay back down the pillow to where your low back is comfortable. When I say comfortable, that doesn't mean it has to be flat on the ground. It means it has to be in a space where it doesn't hurt. If you have trouble with that, then you can scoot back a bit and bring your ankles more onto the pillow instead of your calves. Just find whichever feels better for you. And then bring your hands to the belly, close your eyes. Deep cleansing breath in. Deep cleansing sigh out. Big inhale. Big exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. So taking a moment to notice again where that tension lies in your body. Even in the restorative postures, we can feel what's happening, where you feel the sensation. Can you relax into that part of your body that feels sensation? Try to slide into the passiveness of the pose. A lot of the times, the most difficult part about doing a restorative yoga practice is trying to do something. So I want you to release the pull of doing something in this pose. Simply just here, without feeling the need to do. Take out any effort that you're putting into the posture. Remove any effort you're putting into your breath even. Allow yourself to just be here. Take about 10 more breaths in stillness. Feel the temperature of the air as it comes into your body. Feel the temperature of the air as it leaves your body. Three more slow cleansing breaths. Final breath in. Final breath out. Find a little movement in your fingers, a little movement movement in your toes. No rushing to get smooth. And then relax the hands and the toes. Turn your head to the right, nice and slow. Slowly come back to center and turn your head to the left. Slowly come back to center. Slowly draw the soles of the feet toward your body, and then draw your knees into your chest once again. So we're going to take a different variation of a claw. So I want you to flex your toes, bring your hands inside your knees, and separate your knees. So the knees are still fit, the heels are still in line with the toes, and bring your hands to the inside of your knees. We'll only be here about 10 breaths, as this is really going to open the groin area. Close your eyes and breathe. This full moon in Scorpio is very focused on sensuality and sexuality and that type of energy. That type of energy is also very much connected to our creative energy. So allow yourself to simply relax into the opening of this area. Three more breaths here. And then slowly bring the knees back together. Cross your ankles, wrap your arms around your shin, and find a little rock left to right, nice and slow. One more deep breath in, and deep breath out. This time, roll over to your left side. Rest your head on your left arm. Take a few moments to find gratitude here. Deep cleansing breath in. Deep cleansing sigh out. Big inhale. Big exhale. Really press yourself back up. Go ahead and move the pillow out of the way. Come onto your belly. For some of us more endowed ladies, this may be really uncomfortable. So I want you to find a place of comfort. Again, this doesn't have to be something that you're doing. There doesn't have to be a lot of effort. I want you to take your hands on top of one another. Bring your forehead to the top of your hand and just shift your hips left to right. This is just going to help your hips to relax. Keep breathing. Notice how the breath changes when you're on your belly. Three more breaths. One more cleansing breath in. Cleansing sigh out. You're going to come to neutral and then bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. We're coming into Sphinx pose. I'll turn this way a little bit so that you can see. You're creating a 90-degree angle with your arms. And then as you do that, if you can relax your glutes, if you're like, I don't know if they're relaxed, squeeze your glutes and then relax your glutes. And then you're gonna feel the stretch in your low back. Go ahead and close your eyes. If you feel any pain or pinching in your low back, you're gonna walk your hands forward a little bit more. Hold here and breathe. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Press down into your hands and then draw your chest forward by pulling your elbows back. So the elbows stay connected to the earth, but you're drawing them back and pushing your heart forward. You'll feel the deepening of this gentle back bend in your low back. Take about 7 breaths here. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now you're going to take your hands all the way out straight. Just for a moment. Stretch through your fingertips and stretch through your toes. Your forehead doesn't have to come to the ground, but bring it closer to the ground so you're looking kind of at the ground. Close your eyes. Keep stretching the fingertips away, the toes away from the body. Deep breath in. Cleansing breath out. You should feel even more release from your low back. Inhale. Exhale. 5 more breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Lengthening your inhale as long as you can. And then lengthening your exhale a little bit longer. One more deep breath in and deep breath out. Bring your hands back underneath your chin and then bring your head down to your hand. Bend both knees and windshield wiper the knees left to right. Three more breaths. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Come back to neutral, release your feet down to the ground. So we're coming into child's pose. So bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself up nice and slow. And then take your knees apart on the mat. Bring the big toes to touch. Sit the hips back, walk the hands forward, melt the head down. And then gently rock your forehead left to right here. Notice where you're tight. If you need to adjust, feel free to do that. One more cleansing breath in. Cleansing breath out. Slowly start to walk your hands back and lift yourself up. Bring your knees together for a moment, just because I'm going to demo what we're going to do next. So we're going to come into frog pose, half frog. We're not doing frog pose, half frog. So in half frog, the front half of your body is on the ground and you're extending your, we'll start with the right leg. You'll extend your right leg out to the right. Now don't stand up because you're not going to stand up. You're going to be lying on the ground. This is how you'll be positioned, but the upper half of your body will be on the earth. So the knee comes out of the hip and the ankle comes out of the knee. The arch of the foot is on the ground, and you're thinking about relaxing your hips into the earth. So I wanted to stand up and demo that so you can kind of understand where you're going. So come to lay back on your belly, and then go ahead and position your right knee out to the right. Now, I am gonna offer an up level of this because some of you may literally feel nothing when you do this, and that's perfectly okay. If you try the up level and it's too much, then come back down. So you can slide a block or the pillow, not both, a block or the pillow underneath your knee, and that's gonna intensify the stretch. Now, the only reason we're intensifying it is so we can really get into these hips. So if you don't feel anything, you're welcome to try that. If it's too much, then go back. Once you find the position that's best for you, relax the top of the extended leg, the top of that foot on the mat, and then relax your forehead back down to the mat. Really take these moments to relax because the hips are opening in a really deep way. Where's your breath? Deep breath in, deep breath out. Full inhale, full exhale. We'll take about 10 more breaths here. Focusing on where you feel that sensation. Noticing where the hip feels tight or any area of the body that's tight. Three more slow, deep breaths. One more cleansing breath in and cleansing breath out. If you use something under your knee, release that first and then extend your right leg back. Relax your head back down. Take a moment here to notice how that right hip feels. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself back up and switch sides. So now I'm just gonna flip over, but now we're taking the left side out. So again, come onto your belly. And if you choose to take that pillow underneath the knee, do that, or the block. Take a moment here to get really, really positioned so that you can relax into the groin area. The chest and the right side of the hip are on the ground. Forehead comes down, deep breath in, cleansing breath out. Five more slow, deep breaths. Notice the body's subtle reactions when you breathe in and when you breathe out. One more full breath in. Full breath out.
And then slowly removing any props that you used underneath your knee. And then straighten your left leg next to your right. Bring the head back down and simply notice how you feel. One more cleansing breath in. Cleansing sigh out. Lift your head, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up. Now, we have one more pose that we're gonna do. If you have wall space, I can see that, I think that's Liz that actually has wall space. If you have wall space, please use it. We're gonna do legs up the wall. So if you have wall space, I encourage you to do it. And actually, I just noticed some wall space, so I'm gonna show you with the wall. Give me 1 second. I think we can safely unplug that. Yeah, the shop's pretty cool. So with the wall, what you're gonna do is you're going to take your legs out to the side. You're gonna take your glutes all the way to the wall. And then you're gonna lay on your side and swing your legs up the wall. So your bum is touching the wall, your legs are all the way up. So this is legs up the wall. Now, if you don't have a wall, I want you to take that pillow or that block, lay on your back, bring your feet onto the ground, and slide that pillow or block underneath your low back. Once you do that, extend your legs up toward the sky. It's the exact same thing. So we're gonna stay in legs up the wall for a few minutes. I want you to really, really focus on relaxing the body and the breath. Relax your feet. Let your legs relax into the support of the wall. Now, if you have, some of you mentioned low back issues. If you have really tight low back, painful low back, that means your hamstrings are probably super tight. So if they are, you can always bend your knees. Reversing the blood flow in your legs is actually one of the healthiest things that you can do for your body. That doesn't take a whole lot of effort, because when we do this, we're encouraging healthy circulation, we're preventing varicose veins, it helps us to sleep better and to be more revived when we wake up also. This pose held for 10 minutes can actually interpret into about 2 hours of sleep in your brain. So like, it's really nice in our day and age when we don't have time to take naps. So take a few moments here, shutting down the eyes and breathing into the relaxation of the body. If your feet start to get numb, that's normal. You can always move your toes around to kind of relieve that. And if at any point you need to release, bring your knees into your chest. Take about 10 more breaths here. Three more breaths here. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly bring your knees into your chest. Roll onto your right or left side, doesn't matter. Press yourself up. Take a moment there. So now we're coming into our meditation / Savasana. So I want you to choose a position that's really, really comfortable for you. So you can lay flat on your back. If you like legs up the wall, feel free to take that. You're gonna be there for about 15 minutes. So I want you to be really, really comfortable. If you choose to sit, you can have your back against the wall. If you choose to lie down, you can take the pillow underneath your feet or underneath your calves again. That should really help your body to relax. So taking a few moments to decide where you would like to be. Start to tap into your breathing. Deep breath in. Cleansing breath out. Big inhale. Big exhale. Deep breath in. Deep sigh out. I'm going to share with you a poem that I really enjoy that talks about desire, which is what our full moon is very focused on. It is the way of the world to teach us that the things that others desire most about you, that you learn to love the most about yourself. Your flame, hot flesh, your capacity to give without taking, your inability to say no in the face of love, your quickness to amend, your ability to nurture without nourishment for yourself. But have you considered that it is the parts of you that are broken, which others refuse to love, that need your affection the most? Take a cleansing breath in and a cleansing sigh out. Your mantra for this meditation is, I am open to my destiny. I honor the sacred in my own way. I am fully supported by the universe. I am open to my destiny. I honor the sacred in my own way. I am fully supported by the universe. I am open to my destiny. I honor the sacred in my own way. I am fully supported by the universe. to notice and honor what you desire in your life.
I am open to my destiny. I honor the sacred in my own way. I am fully supported by the universe. I am open to my destiny. I honor the sacred in my own way. I am fully supported by the universe. I am open to my destiny. I honor the sacred in my own way. I am fully supported by the universe. Take a full cleansing breath in through your nose. Hold the breath at the top. Open your mouth side out. Cleansing breath in through your nose. Taking in as much air as you can. Hold the breath in. Exhale, let the breath go. Full cleansing breath in. Hold the breath in, be full. Exhale, empty all the way out. Find a little movement in your fingers and a little movement in your toes. Very slowly turn your head to one side. Turn your head to the other side. Come back to neutral, and if you're lying down, very, very slowly come to a seat. I want you to really take your time. Draw one knee at a time into the chest, roll onto one side, take a couple of breaths there, and then sit up. Take your time. Once you're seated, I want you to bring your hands onto your thighs with the palms facing up this time. Allow yourself to be open to your destiny. Shut down your eyes. Draw your chin to your chest. Make 2 full circles in the left, toward the left, excuse me. So taking the neck all the way around. 2 full times, nice and slow. Come back to center and switch directions. And then keep the chin at the chest, keep lifting the chest up, bring the hands together and the thumbs to the third eye. Taking this moment to really thank yourself for practicing self-devotion, for taking the time to rejuvenate the body, to align yourself with lunar energy, and to plant your own seeds so that you may grow. The light in me honors and bows to the light in each of you, and I'm so thankful that you took this time for yourself today. Until we meet again, namaste. You guys are amazing. Liz, you're so cute. Oh, you guys are awesome. How are you feeling? I'm gonna unmute you. All right, let me see here. Unmute. I'm gonna unmute and I'm also gonna stop recording.